What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jockey here. Definitely had a nice day today, up $1,084. I was thinking to myself today, it's been a long time since I've had $1,000 day, and that's just because the market hasn't given it to me. It has been like $200 days here and there, $300 days, whatever. Finally got $1,000 day, so I'm happy with that. I'm calling it quits. Probably right now, I might play Nvidia after hours. I think it's going to beat, and the market's kind of pushing the stock down right now, so definitely some upside potential there. But let's go over the trades for today. I took a ton of trades and all over the place. Out of the gates, kind of was watching RADA. This one, I think I had good earnings report, so um, out of the gates, it looked like it was going to push up over pre-market highs or the 225 into the 230 range, and that's what I was going for. Unfortunately, I only got filled, and it was really slow. Like I put the order in, and it sat there for about, let's see, it says I got filled at 3 seconds into it, but it was definitely way longer that my order was sitting there for. Anyway, once I got 89 shares and not my 3,000, I just cut it loose. And as I cut it loose, the thing just tanked. So this was just a bad whatever. I lost, I don't know, $10 on this trade. It's not a big deal at all. The next one that I really got going on was ZYNE. This one was, terrible, terrible drop a few days ago, and now it's kind of like a dead cat bounce. And a lot of people were thinking if it can get over yesterday's high, I mean, look at this huge window that it could run into. So a lot of people were watching this out of the gate for continuation. The chat rooms that I was in, they also were looking at it. The Discord chat that I run, no one's in it right now because it's the end of the day, but uh, this is free, by the way. Feel free to come in. I'm here to help. This is a great room. We got a ton of people in it during the market hours. Come on in, post your trades, ask questions. That's what it's there for. Anywhere from beginning traders to advanced traders. This is a great chat room. The link for this is down in the description below. But anyway, going into the trade today here on ZYNE, as you can see, it dipped down, kind of red to green move, but this was kind of hoping again to get into this gap here. So as it was, breaking, this would have been the perfect entry, red to green move, and then breaking the market open. That would 780 would have been perfect. But unfortunately, it popped up quick, and we wanted to get in for this $8 break. So we got in at basically 7.99 is when I got filled. Popped over 8, and I got out at 8.07. It did keep going to 8.40, 8.45. I didn't have a nice win on the day, and I wasn't patient enough for it. But again, this was like almost a $300 move for me. So certainly happy with that trade. So my next play was Tops and GLBS, and I bought these together. The reason why is because out of nowhere, Dries just went boom from $1.83 to 220, 219 in a matter of 5 minutes. That's a pretty big move for Dries. So when I saw that move happening, I first went long Tops because this thing has been oversold like crazy. It's being diluted, but whatever. I went long Tops at 143 right here, right in, where are we? Right here. And I ended up selling it, for a +3 win when Dries started to fall apart, or at least pull back. And I also went long GLBS at 102, and this one didn't act at all appropriately. It just didn't go anywhere on this move. So I ended up selling this one for a loss, about $40 loss on this one. So this one was just sympathy plays. It's one of my favorite plays is a sympathy play. And Dries is the leader of this pack of the shippers. So played those two, and one worked out, one didn't, but I ended up making money on it. So I'm happy. ZYNE, this was the next play. This one was a chat room play. The chat rooms I was in, they were looking at this and they wanted to play it again for the break of 8:30, thinking we go hit high a day and break 850. I didn't like it, honestly, because we popped up, pulled back, and we had this another pop up here. This is the candle over candle in the 1 minute, and it didn't go anywhere. That tells me it wants to head down more. But for some reason, these guys wanted to go again, and I'm gonna I'm gonna go in with them because they're gonna push up that price and it's a pump and dump. So I want to be part of the pump. And I got in at 831, right inside here. It popped up real quick to 837. I couldn't get filled out, and as it looked like it was just running out of steam, I got out at 830, $30 loss, and then it just, crapped out. So, like I thought my theory on the stock was correct, and I ended up getting out before the chat room did. I think this was a warrior trading play here, but they killed it on the way up. They got in around 795 and exited in the 840s here, so they killed it on the way up. This one didn't work out, but they don't always work out. So it was a nice stab, and it worked out here, just not here. Just keep your stop losses tight and move on. My next trade was ACHN. This one was completely off my radar, and I completely forgot about it. And I wanted to short this one today. And USMC 0341, he shorted it at 455 today. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is in the Discord chat, by the way. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I forgot totally about ACHN. I went to go check it, and it was beautiful setup. This is kind of where he got in right here. It's short here, as it looked like it was going to break low a day. Popped up, went high a day, didn't go anywhere, came back down, tested low a day, and that would have been the perfect entry. And I ended up going short as soon as I saw that, and I missed the perfect entry. But nonetheless, I thought it was going to go down. I went short 3,000 shares, 446, and I ended up covering for basically 2 penny win, just because I knew I was shorting it low and it could bounce up on me. I thought it was going to bounce up to the VWAP, but 2 minutes later, making $60, I'll take that. I actually had to get off my desk for a little bit. That's why I ended up covering this a little early. But we did end up shorting it again. This one was a little bit later. This is that bounce up to the VWAP I was talking about. But my next short was at 443 at 958 right here. We got the bounce up to the 20-minute moving average, so I wanted to short it there. I did. It popped up, hit that VWAP, and started coming back down. And you could just see the sellers coming in all the way, and it just sold off this entire move. I ended up covering at low a day because it looked like a double bottom was going to happen, which would mean another bounce would come in. And I just didn't want to be in the stock at that time when a double bounce would set in. And we were just kind of running out of room for it to go anywhere on the daily chart. So I ended up covering right in here for about a 4-cent win, $120. So my next trade was a short on car. You can kind of see car here moving up, moving up. Now it's moving down. And it's got the downward trend confirmed. Broke through the VWAP, coming back up to test the VWAP. Now I went short right here at 32.02, and the reason why is because it was playing in sympathy to HTZ. HTZ broke through VWAP, came up and tapped it again, and started moving back down. And this HTZ was moving about 10 seconds ahead of CAR. So whichever direction HTZ went, 10 seconds later, CAR would do the exact same thing. I don't know. I mean, they're in the same field, obviously. It's probably algorithms playing them both, but whatever. It was so easy to play this, and I played this so many times today. So I shorted this one when HTZ started moving down again. I covered right in here for the break of 32, 1,000 shares, 5 cents, $50. We've played that again. Later on, you'll see that. My next trade was Pixie. This one, the Jason Bond swing trade, they were selling their shares of Pixie, and I wanted to be a part of that flush as they were selling it, and I went short around, I got a bad fill at 435 right here. Popped back up, and I just didn't want to sit in it that long. There's other things moving I thought I could make my money on. Little did I know that it would, really just crap out the rest of the day. But I thought I was going to get that flush out, candle under candle in the daily, and it would flush out while I was in it. Just didn't go anywhere. It was just moving way too slow, so I covered for $20 loss. Not a big deal. My next play was CAR again. This one, again, sympathy with HTZ. It broke through the VWAP, tapped it, this is where on car, this is HTZ, but on car, this is where I covered my other one. But then HTZ bust through the VWAP. When I saw this happen, I went to car and I went long car, thinking that, okay, we're going to break through the VWAP on car. And that's exactly what happened. Went long at 32.05, right in here, breaks through the VWAP, and I sell for about 10 cents, 100 shares, or 100 dollars on 1,000 shares. Easy, easy money. Just sympathy plays. My favorite play, period, the end. My next play was tops. This is because dries started going towards high day again. I can click over to dries and kind of see what I was seeing. Big pop out of dries, and tops just didn't move fast enough for that kind of a move. So I just got out of it. I lost, $30 on the trade. Little did I know it would finally get moving, get up, give me 10 cents or whatever. But dries was moving much faster than tops should have been moving, so I just cut it, moved on. My next play was car again. As you can see, HTZ had that pop up. Now we're breaking through VWAP again. So what is car going to do? It's going to do the exact same thing. All right, so we had that pop up that I sold into. Now we're breaking through VWAP again, and I was going to go short. I went short 32.09 as HTZ was breaking through VWAP. I was looking for the break of 32. We got it right in here, and I covered. Oh no, I actually went short more. I went short more at 31.97, so I doubled my position right here. We got the breakdown. I covered half it, basically all of it at 31.82. So that was a nice win on 2,000 shares there. So out of nowhere, GLBS got some volume, and you can kind of see it out of nowhere right here. This one just took off. I didn't think it would, but again, dries was moving around this time frame, and Benzinger reports that GLBS is getting some volume. And once the volume came in, I came over here, jumped in as well, 5,000 shares. I sold into the spike, 2,500 shares I sold at 108, and the rest I sold at 110. Almost top ticked it. It got to 112, and then started to sell off for the rest of the day. So HTZ, right? We're below the VWAP. We made a pop up and we made a higher low, right? A higher low. This is an uptrend now, and I'm thinking if it breaks through VWAP, car is going to get a pop. That's exactly what happened. So this is the chart. We're still below VWAP on car, so a lot of room to the upside. HTZ goes above. You can see the volume right here. This is the volume spike. Everybody playing it in sympathy. Volume spike because HTZ just popped over VWAP. I bought 31.79, 2,000 shares, and I sold right here at, let's see, 31.87, and I missed basically 13 cents on this move. But as you can see, made almost $200 on this trade, so it was a nice trade. All right, so this one I was watching HTC very closely. It was kind of channeling in this very tight range under the VWAP, and I was like, okay, if we can break 1770, I'm going to go short car because I think it's going to flush out. And you kind of see that here, this level right here on the 5-minute chart. If it breaks that, it's going to flush out, and that's what we got here. So as soon as it broke 1770, I went to car, and I hit the short button. Car was kind of channeling itself, really tight range right here. I went short, 31.89. I doubled my position as the break confirmed on HTZ, so I had 2,000 shares now, and ended up covering 2,000 shares at 31.75. So basically, an 11-cent win, $210. APRN got a downgrade at Goldman Sachs. I tried to short it. I forgot it was short share restricted. It didn't show it here, but it is. So I went short, tried to go 1,000 shares. I only got filled 19. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm out. I just covered the 19 shares and moved on. All right, my next trade was car again. This one, HTZ had popped up, and it started moving back down towards the VWAP, and I just played car and sympathy. I went short right here. This one was way extended, and I covered for a 7-cent win, $70. My next trade was TVIX. This one just was moving up on some North Korea talk. I went long TVIX. This is a volatility measurement, um, velocity shares daily times 2. So basically, when there's um, volatility in the market, this thing will go up. Trump was making some comments on North Korea. I went long at 2040 right here, and I ended up covering on this little dip, or selling on this dip for $50 loss. And then, of course, it took off from there. So missed the move, had the right idea, just missed the move. HTZ, after this big spike here, it sold off 100% even more. Got a little pop back, and I thought this little pop ain't going to survive because now this level is acting as resistance, so it's going to sell off some more, and that's what I was banking on. So I went short car at the exact same time. Went short 32.16 right here at the top of this spike here, 32.16. Got the drop down to 32.11. I covered $50. Um, it was the good call because it ended up popping way back up. So good call there. NRG was my next trade. This one, uh, I can't remember who, but took a 5% stake in this company, sent it up crazy levels, and I was thinking about shorting up here, but I just didn't know when the steam would run out. But the safer entry I took later on. So you see the spike up, pull back, spike up here. Don't think this is just someone fat fingering. This isn't where the stock actually went. It was more like this. So after we hit a lower high, I was looking for candle under candle. I went short right there. 500 shares at 24.70. I just wanted a quick win on this. Took 500 shares and I covered as I got, you know, 5 cents on it, so like 25 bucks. So CAR was coming up here. I thought we were going to double top. HTZ, I was watching it very closely, and I actually was. This is how I was watching it. I had HTZ on the screen, and if HTZ looked like it was going to break over 1801, this level right here, or 1804.3, whatever, I was going to just get out of my car, and it ended up popping over it, coming back down, but that was enough to scare me out of it. So I went short at 32.25, and I ended up covering it for a $20 loss on this one. That just brings me, again, this is just a ton of trading today, but it paid off $1,084 on the day. Nice wins for sure. Some of these were chat room plays. Some of them were my own plays. Some of them were because of this Discord. So it's a good place to come. This is free, by the way. Come on in. Link for this is down in the description below. And I'm here to help. I'm here to answer questions. If you're a person that's losing money consistently in the market and you don't know why, come in here, ask questions. That's what I'm here for. Again, the link is in the description below, as well as all the other chat rooms that I subscribe to myself. And if you have any questions on those, please feel free to ask. Send me an email at stockjockat@gmail.com, or just come in the Discord, and all you have to do is right click on my name, um, and just click message, and you'll get me. So that's it for today. I will see you all in the next video.